Ramana Maharshi Center for Learning is a non-profit registered society working now for more than 4 decades in the areas of Indian heritage awareness.
Bhagavan demonstrated the four margas very, very clearly on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, I have, with my limited amount of reading and about the stories that I've read about Bhagavan, he demonstrated the simplest but most important aspects of the margas. I think the karma marga was something which each one of us, being the grahasti, have to actually go through, where you have to do work. You get up in the morning, you have a purpose for the day, you go through the day with doing some work. And Ramana himself used to get up early in the morning, go to the kitchen and cut vegetables and help in whatever the ashram needed. So Bhagavan's one great teaching was, it is important to be stationed within your Atma Swarupa as well, but your hands and legs must be doing work. When you do work, obviously the important thing is not to expect anything in return. When you expect something in return, then you are doing it for a particular reason. You're doing for some reason. So the important thing about karma marga is nishkama karma, doing work without any expectations. When you do something without any expectations, then you are offering it as a prayer to God, because you're doing it for another person, another human being who is also Atma Swarupa. The Jnana Marga, obviously Bhagwan's teaching of going inwards and realizing the presence of God within, was the most significant teaching of Bhagwan. Most people would come to him and say that I am unhappy, my thoughts are taking me all over, today this is bothering me, this thought is bothering me, tomorrow that thought is bothering me, and every day I'm getting bombarded by thoughts and there's no peace of mind. All of us go through that. Either we are in the past because we have done something wrong and we believe that was wrong, or we are in the future anxious of something that is going to happen. So Ramana's method was very, very direct. That was the Jnana Marga of really going to the source of anything. I remember when I was young, when my father used to say, when you get angry, you count 10, 1, 2, 3, and normally your anger goes off. What is it actually happening? You are actually going to the source of the anger and say, oh, the anger is coming from here, I'm going to go and check out on that anger, and that anger vanishes. So if you actually go to the source of the thought, what happens? There are no thoughts. I can talk for myself. When we look at our lives, we realize that all of us have ailments and we take allopathy medicines, right? Allopathy medicines, what does it do? It actually only deals with the symptoms. It doesn't go to the root of the problem. That's why what we do, we take Ayurvedic, we take homeopathy, You take some other things which goes to the root of the problem. When you go to the root of the problem, the ailment vanishes. Similarly, if you go to the root of the thoughts vanish. And this has been proved. If you look at the three states that we are in on a daily basis, the deep sleep, the waking state, as well as the dream state, then you will realize that in the deep sleep state, you are not there, the world is not there, but by the grace of Bhagavan, you are breathing so that your family doesn't think you are dead. So if you actually go inwards to the source of the thoughts which have been actually coming very, very fast, suddenly this frequency of those thoughts starts reducing. The thoughts will be there, will be reducing, and at one point the thoughts will become quiet. So Ramana Maharshi suggested, it's called Atma Vichara. Atma means within, because we are all Atma Swarupa. He said, do Atma Vichara, and you got to know who you really are. When you look at your body and look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? You see a bag full of flesh and bones. Right? But there is something which is actually running this body. Your heart is beating, you're breathing continuously. Who is that person who is actually sitting inside? Who is that director inside? Who is making all these things happen? Like I'm sitting right now here and I'm talking. Who's making me talk? If I keep my vocal cords outside on the table, will it speak by itself? It just can't speak. There is something inside each one of us which makes things happen. You have to really go to the source of that. So what we will do, all great sages have always believed that practice is very, very important. So Ramana had a three-level, three-stage approach to Atma Vichara. So he says, first, whenever a thought comes, you can watch your thoughts, close your eyes. When you watch your thoughts, the thought comes. Catch the thought and ask, for whom is this thought? Very simple. Catch your thought and ask, for whom is this thought? The answer is, for me. Then ask, who am I? When you actually close and ask, who am I, for a fraction of a second between two thoughts, there will be silence. Fraction of a second between two thoughts, there will be silence. The trick is to increase the duration of the silence and to reduce the duration of the thoughts. A point will come when there will be actually no thoughts. It will all be quietness inside. When you are in a no mind situation, like your deep sleep, what happens? When you are in deep sleep, the world does not exist and you also don't exist. So in a no mind situation also, that what will happen. So what we will do in the next 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes, we will do some Atma Vichara here. Okay? So I request all of you we will all do the Atma Vichara, because I think it's important. We can hear a lot of theory, but practice, I believe, is more important than the theory. So what we're going to do is all of you are going to sit comfortably and you close your eyes, and what we're going to do initially take a couple of deep, long breaths and watch the prana going into your through your nostrils and filling up your lungs and coming out. So we're going to watch that thought which comes from within. Here comes one thought. It's the thought. Let's ask, for whom is this thought? Answer is for me. Who am I? Who am I? And there's silence for some time. Now the thought comes. For whom is the thought? For me. Who am I? Now the thought comes. For whom is this thought? For me. Who am I? Now the thought comes. For whom is this thought? Who am I? So as we actually did this exercise, a few minutes that we did this exercise, we realized that initially our thoughts were controlling us. We were going all over the place. Our thoughts were not at one point. Like all of us go to the temple. I'm not sure how many of you have analyzed. When you go into a temple, what happens? The temple bells are ringing, right? Temple bells are ringing, so your ears are all listening to the temple bells. Agarbatti is put. Why is agarbatti put? So that your smell, you get only one smell. There's God in front, so there's ekagrata on God. You have folded your hands, so your hand is also not and when your mouth, you're chanting something. So what is happening? There is an ekagrata, there is a focus on Bhagavan. So that focus, when you actually do the Atma Vichara, that focus goes within. Every morning, if you get up in the morning, after your morning activities, if you do Atma Vichara for 10-15 minutes, you will suddenly realize that what happens? That we were all, so many of us here, we were 30-40 of us here, and all of us could hear the fans. There was pin drop silence. When I was sitting here, I did not believe that there was anybody in this room till I opened my eyes. So when you actually go inwards, it actually nullifies it. You become what's called antarmukha. Start going inwards. When you start going inwards, you actually come to a point where you carry your own climate. That means anything, there could be any condition outside, there could be rain, sunshine, anything, there could be riots outside, but you could be in that situation absolutely at peace within yourself. So, as you practice more and more the Atma Vichara, which is the only reason for living. In the Garbha Upanishad, I have a few more minutes, I'll take 5 more minutes. In the Garbha Upanishad, in the 9th month, before you are born, you give a promise to Bhagavan saying that when I am born, I will only pray to you. Because in the 9th month, in the mother's womb, you can actually see 1000 of your previous lives. So you actually want to come out of that situation because it's dark and dingy. At that point, you actually tell Bhagavan, get me out of this, and I promise you that when I'm out, I will only pray to you and I will think of only of you. But what happens? When we come out, Maya catches on. The world takes us on. And then what happens? We forget our initial promise that we made to Bhagavan. So it's important that we get back to the source which is within each one of us. The last thought I want to leave which I think made a huge difference to me personally was what Bhagavan told Argamal, that I'll just read it. The ordainer controls the fate of souls in accordance with their past deeds, their prarabdha karma. Whatever is destined to not to happen will not happen. Because Bhagavan words, that's why I thought I should read it. Whatever is destined not to happen will not happen. Try how hard you may. Whatever is destined to happen will happen. Do what you may to stop it. This is a very, very, very important aspect. This is certain. The best course, therefore, is for one to be resigned. Or what Bhagavan says, be mauna, chumaira. When you are when you do Atma Vichara, when you feel the silence within yourself, and when you are in peace with yourself, there is only peace outside. And when there is peace inside, there is goodness, there's love, there's compassion, there's everything nice, and then you will give only what you have. If you have compassion, if you have love, you're going to give only love, compassion to everybody else.